Union. So Abby, how has it been going so far? What kind of results have you been seeing?
It's going well. I haven't seen the huge results that I was hoping to see. I've lost about 5 pounds so far, but I've been working out about 4 times a week. So
about 4 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shauna, I'm going to have you take this microphone. What have you seen? What kind of results have you seen?
I actually weighed myself today, and I am down 12.5.
Excellent. Good job. Yay. That's pretty.
I think a big part, though, is my eating habits. Like, I changed my diet completely, like what I was taking in and stuff like that, and I really don't go out to eat.
You don't go out to eat anymore? No. I know that right before, like the day before we started, I saw you at the
Chen Garden.
Yeah, at Chen Garden right before we started. You're like, this is my last supper.
I haven't been there since. That was the only time I ever ate there. I haven't been there back
It's
there
full
since.
of deliciousness, but it's all bad for you. So you stay away from there. Now, Andrea, now when it comes to, I'll have you go on this mic. That mic doesn't seem to be working. Now, when it comes to eating habits and that kind of thing, have you switched any of your eating habits? I know that you went through gastric bypass, so you're down to the weight you need to be, but do you still eat healthier because of that?
Yes, I try to. I try to get my beef jerky in every day and eat lots of nuts, and I chew on carrots and ice most of the time.
See, and it's just kind of a change of lifestyle and that kind of thing. What kind of exercise, what have you been getting from the Fort Dodge Community Recreation Center that you can tell people about, you know, have you changed your ideas of maybe weight training or strength training or?
I have, and I like going in there, and all the machines are, I go down to the Iowa Central Rec, and all the machines are in one room, so I can just bounce around from machine to machine, and I don't have to like go up and down the stairs too. Not that that's not exercise,
yeah,
but
definitely.
You know, different room to room to get my workout in.
What have you seen? What have you seen? You know, with the trainers there, what kind of, you know, do they help keep you motivated, or?
They do, and there's also all the people that go to the gym are very nice. If I have problems with, you know, a machine's not set right and I can't get it, you know, I can just ask another person who's in there working out and be like, hey, can you help me with this? And they're more than happy, you know, help.
So do you feel like, how often are you going each week?
I'm trying to go 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Okay.
Troy's there early on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so that's when I go meet with him.
Okay, and then Trent, you know, I've seen Trent at the Fort Dodge Community Recreation Center quite often, and you've been working out for a very long time, haven't you?
Yeah, for a little while, since about 8th grade, off and on. Been hitting it hard for probably the last 6 years.
So for these guys, you've been doing this for a while, but this is kind of new for these guys that are in this program. And what do you think has kept you going all through this time?
Motivation-wise, just the results. I like to stay in shape for different things. Just like to stay active. Like to stay in shape for my son because he's into sports and stuff. So
yeah,
we can stay active that way together.
And you are more of the captain of this. You've been kind of a motivator along with this. What kind of things can you tell people? You know, like especially if you're only a month and a half into this, or these guys are only a month and a half into this. How can they stay motivated? I mean, you use your child, you use, you know, other things, maybe sports, that kind of thing. But is there ever a time that you find that you don't want to work out, even though you're already in very good shape? Is there ever a time where you say, I don't really want to do this anymore, or is it something that you've kind of changed?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of days where I don't want to, but once you get in there, you get your blood pumping. Usually, it goes a lot easier. So I don't know. And sometimes motivation-wise, I'll not look in the mirror for like a week, and then or for a couple of days.
Yeah. And
then that way, I don't like weight-wise. I don't like to check my weight all that often. I look for more results in the mirror.
And what kind of results you've been kind of doing? Like you were kind of trying to build some more. Were you building more muscle or weight or what?
I want to put weight on, but lean muscle weight, not just weight. Period. So I'm up to about 200 pounds. So.
Okay, and that's really close to your goal, right?
Yeah, about 205.
And what are you lifting now?
My bench is up to about 385. Military press is about 315. My deadlift's about 405.
See, that sounds heavy to me.
I'd like to get my bench up to 405 here.
Okay.
By February, or middle of February. Get my military up to about 335. Deadlift's about 450.
Yep. And see, so do your goals kind of change? Like your goals, I would think, kind of like you can't be with the same goal all the time. Like my goal maybe to lose 5 pounds or 10 pounds or 20 pounds. Well, when you reach that, you kind of have to reassess, don't you? And Carrie, how do you think that works for you? What you've lost a ton of weight on your own, right?
Yes, I have.
Can you fill people in again how much you've lost so far?
On my pregnancy, I had gained 100 pounds. I've lost 80 of that prior to the Sexy by Spring, and now I've lost 15 pounds since December 1st.
See,
So,
good job.
really good.
Excellent. That's excellent. Now, so you've had to change. I mean, because you had the pregnancy weight that you were working on taking off. Now you're kind of little by little. Now, is there anything that keeps you going in particular? Is it the kids, that kind of thing?
Actually, looking better is getting me going.
Yeah, you
I
look
feel
pretty
great.
hot.
Thank
You guys all look hot.
I feel great, and I got on a pair of jeans today I haven't had on in 2 years. So
Oh, that's
I'm
awesome.
feeling very good.
See, I've clung to that, like my 22-year-old pair of jeans, which are way old and way ugly now, but I can still put them on, and it's happy time for
It
me.
just
But
feels so good.
yeah, so you look great, and
Thank you.
what are you doing that's working for you?
I'm trying to do muscle confusion, working different muscles each day.
Okay.
And that seems to help. It helps with the soreness, and it's just melting right off.
How do you do explain that to people? What is that?
Muscle confusion. Okay. One day I will work the hamstrings, and the next day I'll work my stomach, and the next day I'll do my arms, and just always changing it up. I also threw in the P90X. Have you guys heard of that?
No.
I've started doing that, and that feels great.
What is that, Trent? Do you know what that is? The P90?
It's all for muscle confusion there, P90X. I think it comes with different CDs, don't it? So
Yes.
that you're doing different
12
stuff.
different CDs.
So that your muscles don't get used to the same workout.
I gotcha.
Yep.
What is the benefit to that? Because I've been in the gym and I've had people tell me don't do the same things all the time, because my thing was I'm very routine with my stuff where I'll go an hour doing the same thing because it's just I'm like that. But you shouldn't do that actually, right?
Right.
It should be mixed up a little bit.
Mix it up a little bit. I mean, if you're working your legs and your legs are sore for that week, and then the next week you go in and they're not sore anymore, you want them to be sore.
Okay.
Just switch it up all
Just
the time.
switch it up a little bit. Now, Michael, is that something that you've been finding with, you've kind of been working with Troy as well, right?
Yes, I have been working with Troy.
And is he making you do this muscle confusion? Is he?
It's been a while since I've been working out, so he's kind of having me just get used to the idea of coming into the gym, working out, doing the cardio and the stuff. I worked out with him once before, and he did have me switch it up after 2 or 3 weeks, but we haven't switched anything up yet.
Okay. And we were talking with Trent a little bit about, how you can get down on motivation. Everybody gets to that point where they just want to sit at home and eat cookies or ice cream and not do anything, but you kind of went in, not that you're doing that because that's my own dirty secret, but you had a point where you were working out pretty hot and heavy before this program started. You kind of lost the motivation a little bit, right?
Right. About a year ago, I worked out for about 3 months with Troy, and I lost, through that time, I lost about 40 pounds. And then I just got to the point where I'm starting to look good, I'm starting to look the way I wanted to look, and I just said, I don't need to go back to the gym anymore.
Yeah.
Then over the year, I kind of gained about 20 to 30 of it back, and that's kind of why I want to get back into this a little bit more.
So how has it been going so far?
I've lost 8 pounds so far.
Excellent. That's excellent. Very good. Very nice.
But with the storms we've had, it's been the motivation. It's been kind of hard to get in here, not because I don't want to get in. It's just because
Yeah.
I live in Humboldt and trying to get the drive in of the storms and stuff. So.
Yeah. That's one thing I see too with dieting and exercise. A lot of times there's, not to say that that's an excuse because it's not, but you got to get past the excuses, especially in
Right.
this program. And I think that sometimes, that's something that's happened with other people that have been on the program, that haven't been participating as much, is that there's an excuse. But Abby, you have 3 boys at home. That could be an excuse every day. Shauna, you have you have a family as well. You've been sick, but you've still done it. And same with, all of you guys you have your 2 boys, Andrea. Everybody has kids in this room. That's an excuse in itself. So I think that's the big thing, is the only one you're having the excuse for is not for me, it's for yourself. So it's your choice, don't you think, kind of?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I know, Abby, you have been hitting it hard. You guys have all been hitting it hard, but I wanted to talk to you about Zumba a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you like about Zumba? Because that's something that I've kind of thrown into the mix with the rest of the stuff.
Zumba's just fun. It's I don't really know how to describe it. Maybe like Latin dancing mixed in with like a little hip hop, old school hip hop, and it's just a blast. There's about like 40 to 50 people I think that have been in the class, and
Yeah.
it's really fun. Even though I'm sure I don't really look the most graceful out there, having fun, so that's all that matters.
Oh, definitely. I think that the Zumba, just mixing it in with everything else that we've been doing is a really beneficial thing. So everybody, you think you're doing pretty good so far, right? Motivation's still good. Everybody's nodding for people listening out there.
Yeah.
Everybody. So I think you guys have been doing fabulous.